Revival family. So here we are for another update, but this one is definitely special considering what happened last week. For those of you that don't know, our trailer burst up into flames on Interstate 376 on the way to an event on Friday afternoon right outside downtown Pittsburgh. So I just want to relay, my story from my point of view as to what happened that day for me. But first, I want to let you know that there are ways you can support us right now. You can stop by our diner in Wilkinsburg, Nancy's Revival, to grab some food. We'll also have a donation bin right up front by the counter where you can donate if you so choose. These donations are going towards ensuring that we can keep our hardworking employees paid for their full hours and employed during this downtime. It's one of our core values and extremely important to us. We don't want to mess up their lives by having their pay fluctuate. Also, we are getting back to the basics with slinging chili. So we started with a tent and table at farmers markets and events, and that's what we're getting back to. The trailer's down, but it doesn't mean we're out, right? So we're going to be with our tent and table at the University of Pittsburgh Farmers Market on Thursday. That's tomorrow. As well as Grist House, which is a brewery over in Millvale, on Saturday. So you can come visit us at either one of those. We are working on other ways that our Revival community can support us. So we'll let you know the logistics as soon as we figure them out and where we might need help. And with that, I'm just going to jump right in. So on Friday, I left town to drive back to Northern Virginia. My dad was having an art show, and this is like the kickoff. Well, it wasn't the kickoff event, but like the premiere one where my sister was going to be back in town, and all of our friends and family were going to be there. So I wanted to go back and show him support as my parents have done for me throughout all of my entrepreneurial endeavors. I was about 1.5, 2 hours outside of Pittsburgh, and I get a call from my trailer manager, and he's like, "Jordan, the trailer's on fire." I was stunned. I didn't know what to do. He was like, "What do I do?" I was like, I don't know. And then I actually went out of service, and so I lost the call. So I immediately pulled over, stopped for a second, gathered my thoughts, then turned around and started driving back so I could get some service. I called him as soon as I got back into service. And as I'm talking on the phone with him, he's like, "All right, I can't get to the fire extinguisher. I've already detached the trailer. I'm in the process of detaching the trailer, and then I'm going to pull the car away." I'm like, "Well, all of those are phenomenal. You're doing a great, best job that you can do." And while I'm on the phone with him, I get an Instagram direct message of the trailer on fire, and it's saying like, "Is that at Revival Chili?" Which put it all into perspective real quick. So that happened. I immediately started driving back. I called my mom, I called my girlfriend, and let them know, and because I didn't know what to do either, so I just started driving back right away. And on my way back, I start getting a bunch of calls from other food trucks that are seeing the new spot and know that it's us. And we didn't get any calls from news sources yet because it was yet to confirm that it was Revival Chili. When I get back into town, I immediately go over to my trailer's manager's house because he had already, he was already told to leave the scene, and they were going to deal with it. So I went immediately over there, and we just hugged for like a minute before saying anything. It was definitely extremely hard for all of us, and he was still in shock. Absolutely. With that time, we crafted a post for social media that we put together and then put out, and then I drove home to kind of recuperate myself. On the way home, I started receiving calls from news sources that wanted to get us on right away, and I didn't even know how to handle that. At first I was like, I don't think I could do it today. I don't think I could do it today. And finally one of them called, and I grounded myself a little bit and said, "All right, that's fine. If you come over to my house, I will do an interview right there."
He says he's devastated that this happened on the Parkway West behind me, but he's really glad that no one was hurt. Fire erupts on the Parkway West near 2nd Avenue in Pittsburgh. Jordan Robarge says one of his workers was driving this food truck trailer that suddenly caught fire.
He was driving down 376, the trailer's on fire.
In minutes, Robarge's business, Revival Chili, and his dream were both up in flames.
Yeah, I'm in shock. There's no other way to describe it.
Revival Chili gives second chances to people who have been incarcerated by employing them. Now he's hoping his business can get a second chance of its own.
We're going to get back and running as fast as possible.
So his employees can stay afloat.
Luckily, we have the diner in Wilkinsburg, Nancy's Revival. that we're still going strong there, so we're going to get them in to work as much as possible at the diner.
Robarge wants to give credit to his manager for his quick thinking when the kitchen on wheels burst into flames.
Unhooked the trailer, detached the truck, and drove it farther away.
Robarge is upset this happened, but he's glad no one was hurt, because he says this situation could have been a lot worse.
The propane and the generator, I mean, my trailer manager was worrying about that immediately. He turned everything off and tried to get as far away as possible, but the first responders showed up so immediately, so it wasn't as catastrophic as it could have been. But, that's my perspective. It was pretty crazy. I just didn't know how to deal with it. It's just an unreal experience. So, we'll be coming back with updates soon. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you all back on the road again soon.